you're new, my name's Tamara, this is Robbie, and this is part 2 of us decorating and building gingerbread houses. In the first part you were blindfolded, so it was definitely a challenge.
It sure was. It shows.
I definitely kind of put you at a disadvantage because when I was cleaning up and trying to very carefully put things away, I broke 2 of your pieces. So because this is a decorating challenge, that does not count as points against him. That was my fault, so that's points against me. I am going to wear the blindfold. You are not going to wear the blindfold this time because I want to give you a fighting chance. You can decorate it with anything on the table and anything not on the table provided it's edible. It has to stay within your baking tray. And let's be real, the reason I'm not blindfolding you this time is because I want you to tell me what colors things are.
The truth comes out.
Yeah, I want to coordinate mine all pretty. Without further ado, let's jump into it, see what happens.
Now, technically, you could have used an app to tell you what colors things are, but we're going to be getting our hands pretty dirty here, so handling a phone is not the greatest idea right now.
We have our royal icing set up. If you're curious about how we made the royal icing, please enjoy this brief clip of me making it last night, trying to separate eggs from egg whites. 12 cups of icing sugar. This seems a little bit insane.
You're kidding me. 12 cups of sugar.
Uh-huh. So now I have to try and separate yolks from whites, and that's gonna be a challenge. I never do well at this. I think you're supposed to kind of toss it back and forth between the 2 lids.
You seem to have done a good job so far.
Yeah? I felt a big lump kind of go out. Was that the white?
Yeah, you got most of the white.
Oh, shoot! No, the white was supposed to go in the bowl, not in the... Okay.
That is true.
Well, we'll just kind of... There, we can fix that.
Then I did it 7 more times and added 3 teaspoons of cream of tartar. If you're looking for the recipe, it's linked in the description.
From what I remember, you're supposed to add the icing sugar slowly. Kind of forgot that step. So this could be a disaster, but let's give it a go.
A whole lot of mixing later, we were ready to start construction.
What are you going to start with?
Well, I seem to have a bit of a warped foundation here, so I'm going to start by rasping the side of my house.
How?
I think I'm going to use this icing tip.
I would not recommend that.
What would you recommend?
I would recommend just piling on the icing. Wedge some chocolate under there. Give it a rocky foundation. We got some chocolate. We got lots of... Get creative here. I would strongly advise against rasping it. That will break your cookie.
Okay, I'm gonna have it your way then.
I am going to start with some detail work because I am horrifying with a piping bag, so I think just so I can get some of the hard part.
Nope, it was going well for a second, then it stopped going well.
Oh.
Doing it onto a low friction plane is also probably not the easiest.
Well, and I can't tell how much is coming out, so I'm gonna try that again. People who do decorating. What's the matter? What's wrong?
No.
What did you do?
These aren't the right panels.
Oh no, did you do the roof to do the walls?
I must have.
That's really funny.
How come
Oh no!
How did I not notice it?
Can you get that?
Someone just hit me in the foot.
It was a mint leaf.
Okay, so how will I remedy this situation?
I don't know how you managed to do that, so I can't help.
I gotta deconstruct the entire thing and start over. This was all for naught!
I can do this. This is where it all goes very wrong. Tips I learned from a professional chef. When you're building your gingerbread house, always put a large amount of icing on the base of your house first. We're talking like serious amounts of icing.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Because you have to anchor your house in place.
I used no anchor, and look at me. I've only got a halfway crooked roof. You guys won't even be able to tell after I'm done.
Oh no. Oh, come on. Can you peel my cookie off for me? Yay!
You have a standing house. Well, the amount of time that you took to decorate and erect a house, I erected a house.
Oh, this is so hard. This is all gonna come tumbling down. I can just feel it.
Why are you thinking so negatively?
Because I can feel it sliding.
Looks good. It looks a little bit bowed in the center.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's gonna collapse or anything.
Are you eating something?
I'm licking my fingers.
Mm-hmm.
You've been eating.
Yeah. Just hear you snapping over there. I really hope I have enough rose buds for this roof. Yep, I'm pretty short. Whoever owns this house, they had a really shoddy roofer.
Change directions with my house.
Sorry?
My house is a candy house, kind of like the house from Hansel and Gretel, but it's designed to attract and eat Santa Claus. I hope there becomes a point where I can actually move mine.
What do you mean?
Like it's hanging off the pan.
This is not my best work.
This is my best work. Kicked my 8-year-old building his house. God damn it!
What did I do? Did I do something?
No, it wasn't you.
Oh, there's only one of these left?
Yep. Didn't act fast enough, baby. I'm in a need.
Just one.
One more?
If you're pulling it off something, don't. You're too nice. Oh, shoot. I need your finger for... Oh, fudge. Can you put on 4 Skittles for me, just to help me finish?
No. You do it.
I'm knocking off all of my icicles. I forgot to do this first. Do you need my hands to hold it?
Please.
Okay, take your time. Take your time.
Damn it!
Now it's time for a grand reveal. But before we get into that, you're probably wondering why we're in new clothes, why the lighting's different, why the audio's different, why the video's different. It's a bit of a story. This is now the 3rd day that we've been filming this video. It was all supposed to be shot in 1 day, but you know, things sometimes take a little longer than anticipated. I'm glad we took a 2nd day for decorating, but the reason that we're here on the 3rd day is because I cried all my makeup off shortly before you got home from work, right before we were supposed to film the outro. Our little robot vacuum, Yuffie, went running around and knocked into our boom, which in turn knocked over my ring light, which smashed both my ring light and my very expensive camera into about 1 million pieces. We're back. We're gonna do a grand reveal. We're gonna describe these beautiful pieces of art in lots of detail, so whether you can see it or not, you'll still know what these look like.
And next week on Robot Wars, we'll pit the vacuum against the toaster oven.
I haven't actually had a chance to kind of touch yours. So you put jelly beans around the edge of your roof here.
Yeah.
I love your chimney. You were definitely starting at a disadvantage from me because your pieces were not evenly rolled, nor did you actually have pieces that were all in full, fine, and working order. So I think the fact that you actually made a house was pretty spectacular. Tell us about your house. Describe it to me.
Well, this is the house that ate Santa Claus. On the front, we've got a couple beady monster eyes and a nice grill of watermelon fangs. The house is designed to lure Santa in through the chimney that you pointed out. I've got some icing here that says Santa with a little arrow to direct the fat old man to his ultimate demise. Other than that, I was just really happy to get it up.
So what are these points on the roof? Are those just intimidation factor?
Yeah, it is a monster after all, even though it's trying to be a beautiful house. It's
Okay.
what we in
It's a
the
monster in disguise.
what we would call a mimic in Fantasyland.
I see. In the front, you actually ended up doing some kind of a front porch with candy cane struts and a little awning. That's really impressive. That was tricky to get up, right?
It was. There was a whole lot of frustration involved in that one.
Mm-hmm.
I had to do some improvising to shave some things down and ended up getting a little bit lopsided with my dimensions. I did use this broken piece to make a nice Christmas tree though, and some presents out in front.
Mm-hmm. And you flocked the ground with a bunch of icing sugar.
Yeah,
just
I
like
followed
me.
your lead on that one.
Shall we describe
Yeah,
mine?
let's get at yours.
So I went with a very standard gingerbread house theme, but I made it very much my own. I have a very standard house. It's tall, it's got windows. I made the windows out of smashed Jolly Ranchers, so I'm hoping you can actually see through them. So they actually look kind of like glassy windows,
They
right?
do look like stained glass windows.
And then I kind of did a really bad job making panes on those windows because I'm not great at icing. On the roof, I went with a back and forth dark chocolate, white chocolate chip swirl. So it goes back and forth in opposite like checkerboard pattern there. I used Swedish berries and jumbo jujubes. I wish they were the normal size, but that is what it is. I flocked my beautiful chimney. I was getting bored of decorating, otherwise I would have kind of gone up the sides, especially if we had those little balls, those tiny little edible ball bearings. I don't know what they're actually called. And then along the outside, kind of in lieu of lights, I went around the outside with Skittles. And then on the front, I kind of was filling empty space. I stuck to Fuzzy Peaches. I don't know why. I regretted it after I stuck them on there. I made a path out of Swedish berries, and I made a mixed cobblestone path out of dark and white chocolate chunks. I put some large chocolate chunks in the yard as rock decor. On this side, I have some of those mint leaves for decoration. On the back, I have 3 Swedish berries and 2 mint leaves, almost making like a sprig and berries. On this side, I made a heart out of candy canes. And then I went all the way around the outside and did varying levels of success of icicles. That's my house.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah?
Truly magnificent.
If you like content like this, please don't forget to subscribe. Hit those bells and buttons so you know when I upload new content. Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to know what's going on in between uploads, I have an accessible Twitch stream every Sunday night, 7:30 Mountain Standard Time. You can tune in there. It's linked on screen and in the description box down below. And I also have my social media in the description, so you can check that out there. I'll see you next time. Happy holidays. Bye for now.